Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to day 24 of the 31 Days of Horror. D-Bougie86 here again. Now, the film I got for you guys today is a film from a few years ago. It's recently new. It's one that I wanted to revisit since I first got this DVD, and I only seen this film once. So it was kind of like a new watch for me because I kind of forgot a few things that happened within it. And it goes by the title of Crawl or Die, yes. Of course, this is like a sci-fi horror film, kind of in the vein of like Alien in a way. Kind of, not really though. But pretty much the main plot of this one, we're introduced to this futuristic setting where in the future there's like this virus going around and there is no way to reproduce in this society now because of this virus. And pretty much we're introduced to our main characters right at the start. They're on a mission to actually escort the only woman known to survive that actually can like still give like birth to actual babies to this new planet known as Earth 2. But once they get there on their travels, they end up running into something and they end up having to go into like this underground dwelling area, and we find out that this thing is a creature that's actually after them, and they end up having to keep going into like these underground caverns through like these tunnels that actually get smaller and smaller each tunnel they go through. Like it's kind of like a weird thing where they go through a tunnel and they have like a little resting area, then they have to go through the next tunnel and so on and so on. And this creature is on their tail and picking them off one by one, and it's pretty much a chance of survival to get through this claustrophobic area and trying to survive against this creature. That's pretty much the main gist of this one. Now, my thoughts on it. Really cool setup to this film. I really like the idea that this film just jumps right into the action area. It feels like a thing from Aliens where instead of Aliens though, we have like this huge setup to like the big like action sequences. It gets right into like the gist of what's going on into the mission. It doesn't go way into like the backstory of this idea of like the futuristic like virus and stuff. It doesn't go really into that. It's just about this group of people at this moment and what they have to do to survive pretty much. And I gotta say, this film has some very tense moments because of the claustrophobic nature of this film, because it gets really claustrophobic at certain points because of the tunnel systems, and you could feel like the tension in the characters through like this aspect of crawling through like these small ass tunnels and having like this giant creature chasing after you. And the creature itself is very cool looking. You don't really get to see the gist of it until the end. And once you do see it, you're like, how the fuck did it get through all those small tunnels? You know what I mean? It's like that gist of like the size and mass of this thing when you first end up seeing it, and you're like, how is that possible? But it's a very cool looking design. It's kind of like a xenomorph like type of creature. It has a few like little differences to it, but it's really cool that they what it does in this film and what it can do for the budget of this film. This is a very independent film, but I did like the characters for the most part. Like we said, we were actually introduced to them right away as the tension is building through it. The main character of this film is Tank, who's this girl on the cover right here, played by Nicole Alonso, who's actually worked on the film and a few numerous other things like set decorator and set coordinator and a few other areas of filmmaking. And she does a terrific job. She plays like this strong like female character that's out there and she just wants to survive pretty much. She's the leader of the pack and she leads all to survive, even though like of course there's like body counts in these films, of course. But really awesome in the way that her character dwells, especially with like the close like claustrophobic feel of especially some of the tension scenes with her character, especially in the finale of the film, which really bring out her performance. And even like badassery in a way. She's like the Ripley character of this film. Highly enjoyable film with great tension, great atmosphere, especially with like the way they shot this film in like these close off settings is phenomenal. What they did with this film and the budget that they had, and it's awesome. It's a very awesome, tense creature feature slash sci-fi action horror film, if you want to call it that. Really awesome tension in this one. The claustrophobic feel adds to the plus side of this film. If it didn't have that, it'd be like your generic like alien ripoff in a way. But because it does have that, it's fucking awesome and very tense and pile driving to the end of the film. And this film runs by really quickly. It's like an hour and a half, so it's not overstaying its welcome at all. And you actually have like the tense and the moments with the characters that I really did like about this one. So if I had to rate Crawl or Die, it's gonna get a solid 8.5 out of 10. I highly enjoy this. If you're a fan of like these sci-fi action horror like hybrids, this is def one that you have to check out to see to believe. Really awesome stuff. It has some great tension, great characters, and great performances all around. Especially from the main chick. Awesome stuff. 8.5 out of 10 for Crawl or Die. For this DVD release from Uncork'd Entertainment, not really much special features. It has outtakes and deleted scenes. I wish they did have like maybe like a behind the scenes documentary on the film and how the directors did, or even a commentary would have been nice. But still a cool release and cool film that you should check out. Alright guys, that's it for day 24. I hope you enjoyed it, and as always, we're back tomorrow with another one. I'm gonna go a little old school tomorrow, like kind of like balancing it out a little bit more at the end of the 31 days. So I'm gonna check out you later and see you later. Peace out.